Biscuits, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Postgame, Eevee and Rotom. Alright, since we're done with Battle Island, there isn't much to see other than the legendaries and maybe a few other things. But I'm going to start with Eevee and Rotom. These are two Pokemon that you should get like after you get the national dex. Now, I went to the wrong place to get one of the Pokemon. What you're really supposed to do is go to Home City. This is for Eevee. If you want to get Eevee, after you get the national dex, you go to Home City, and then the house right next to the Pokemon Center, which is really easy to find. If you can't find it, I'm just going to consider you're dumb. This is Bebe. I'm not sure if that's pronounced right. I can't say Bebe because I think that's kind of... I'm not sure if that's a really good name. Anyway, she is like working with Pokemon boxes, and of course I don't have enough room to get Eevee, but she'll just give it out for free. She'll just give out one for free, and try to get a female one so you can breed a bunch of them. That way you can like breed like 6 of them, so you can get all, or like 7 of them, so you can get all the evolutions of Eevee, or eeveelutions as some people like to call them. Alright, so now there are a couple new eeveelutions in this new generation Diamond and Pearl, and I'm going to show you how to get them, and they're very simple. Well, the first one, you go to Eterna City, and then you go into the Eterna Forest. It's right near the entrance. As you can see, the entrance is right there. You drift up here and then go to the left. And then, yeah, I'm just going to skip that. Right here we have the, a rock. It's just a green rock. Now, to evolve the Eevee, what you do is you, level it up one time right here, like so. I switched it out, and Eevee leveled up, and, yeah, Eevee will evolve. I have had reports or thoughts that, if you just, like, evolve it inside the Eterna Forest, it'll evolve. I'm not exactly sure about that, but, you may want to try that just to make things easier on yourself. You don't have to find the rock. But it'll evolve into a Leafeon, which I think is pretty cool. Looks pretty good. Alright, Snow Point City is the next place to get the next eeveelution, and it works the same way. So, gave Eevee the experience share, and we're gonna head off to the next area to get Eevee evolved into the new eeveelution. And unfortunately, I have to go through Snow Point, or like the route in front of Snow Point City again. If you remember anything from my last journey here, I absolutely hate this. I just hate this place, and I'm just gonna speed it up so you guys can, so it doesn't like take forever, infinity forever. So yeah, we're just gonna go really quickly. Here comes the blizzard, which I really hate. And look how slow I'm going. This is in fast motion. I can't believe I'm going this slow. This is retarded. Okay, now we go back to normal time. You may not be able to notice just because of the blizzard. Now, if you can see that, there's a rock just like in the Eterna Forest, except it's an ice rock. So generally it's the same idea. If you level up right around that rock or in the same route, I'm not exactly sure. It leveled up twice. Yeah, if you just level it up, it'll evolve. Now, both of these are actually kind of good for competitive battling. Leafeon is more of a physical attacker, and Glaceon is more of a special attacker, and they're both very defensive, They're not very fast, but they're very defensive. They're very good at that. Alright, so that's pretty much Eevee. So now I'm going to talk about the other Pokemon, that's Rotom. So, in order to get Rotom, you have to have the national dex, go to Eterna City, and then you go to the left over into Eterna Forest. After the national dex, you can come here into the Eterna Forest, and there's Gardenia, the leader of the Eterna City Gym. And apparently there's an old chateau right around, like, behind these trees that you can cut down. Well, apparently she's super scared, but she's trying to hold it back, trying to act all macho and not scared because she's such a cool gym leader. So really, all you need to get to the old chateau is the HM cut. You can even come here before, like needing the national dex. But and I would actually recommend it if you're looking for pretty good Pokemon like Ghastly. There's a bunch of Ghastly here. If you give it a TM like Hidden Power, it actually might become a pretty good Pokemon. And if you use the GTS trick to evolve the Haunter into a Gengar, it could be really cool. So this is the old chateau, and it's supposed to be like a really creepy thing. I really like what they've done with the creepy music. They made this place, they made Pokemon a lot more eerie. It isn't really, it's mysterious. At first it was mysterious with Dialga and Palkia, but now a lot of these legendary Pokemon are really eerie in eerie places and just really mysterious and such. So I kind of like what Pokemon did with that. Now, I'm not sure what that room is. I think you might need the dowsing machine to find an item in there. I don't know. Over here into this room, there is a Pokeball. It's an old Gato. Old chateau, old Gato. You kind of get the picture. What that does, I think it's just like a full heal. It heals up like every stat change or something. It might be able to do a little bit more than that, but I don't really care. There's only one of them, so I wouldn't really know the effects of it. Go into this room, you can get a Pokeball. There's a funny thing, if you walk in through the other room to the left and you've already gotten that Pokeball, there might be something weird to the right of your screen. You might like see a floating girl, like off into the other room. And then once you go back like out and then back into the room, I don't know. So there's this cool trick, if you can see it, whenever you get like right next to that painting, the eyes will go away. So yeah, that is pretty much the old chateau in cases like of items. And there's really all there is Ghastly here, Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. Now to get Rotom, here we are. It's pretty much in this television. It has to be at night, which means like between 10 o'clock p.m. and 4 o'clock a.m. So yeah, and then you click on the TV and it'll say that there's a Pokemon trapped inside it, and if you thump the TV, Rotom will appear. Now as you can see, Rotom is level 15, so my Pokemon will automatically knock it out, so I have to use do 222 to well, just like attempt to capture it. I'm just using it kind of as bait because I think it's pretty easy to catch. I think all you need is like an Ultra Ball or a Quick Ball or something like that. But if you're planning to bring its health down, you can't use False Swipe because it's Electric Ghost. So yeah, you can't use False Swipe. Just like a Pokemon that's like level 17 or so with not a very strong attack, like maybe 40 base power or something like that, that might take a couple of turns, but I think that's the smartest idea. If you have something with a status changing effect like Sleep Powder or Stun Spore, Paralyze, like Thunder Wave, anything like that will definitely help because status changes really affect it. And really, what I do is I just chuck Ultra Balls because I watched Maryland's video, and really what he did is he chucked a Ultra Ball the very first turn. It caught it real quickly, so that's kind of what I did. So yeah, that's Rotom. Not very useful Pokemon, but yeah, it's just a Pokemon that you can capture if you feel like it, and the TV will go back to staring at you, and we'll do more stuff next time.